that. So here I am. I'm going to go to double angle formulas. Now the double angle formula, the reason I'm not telling you to memorize it, even though it's one that you'll use a lot, is because if you know the sum and difference formula, so cosine of A plus B equals cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B, right? Then if for the double angle, it just means that we have A plus A, right? We have cosine of A plus A, which is equal to the cosine of 2A, equals cosine A cosine A minus sine A sine A. So we get cosine squared A minus sine squared A. Okay, so that's the double angle formula. Okay? You with me? And basically the same thing happens here with the double angle formula. If you use the sum and difference formula, so you'd have sine of A plus A. I'm not going to write it, I'm just going to say it. Would give you sine A cosine A plus sine A cosine A, which gives you 2 sine A cos A. So that's literally where these come from, the tangent is exactly the same. So why do I say don't memorize them? Because it's pretty clear if you have this sum and difference memorized, then it'll take you a second to get to this. If you would like to memorize it, I'm not saying don't, but the most important is the sum and difference. All right, so it says using a double angle identity to find function values, I'm given the sine of alpha equals 5/8. So, Arian, what do I do next? Yeah, isn't that your name? Oh, no problem. So how do I do this problem? Sure. How would we do that? Exactly. So we'll make a triangle. So how would I label my triangle? Yep. Nope. Right. Exactly. And now what would x be? How would I find x? Arian, how would I find? Yeah, good. Can everybody else hear me? I guess so. Okay, so we have 5 squared plus x squared equals 8 squared So x squared equals 64 minus 25. So that's at 39. So x equals the square root of 39. Okay? Good. So now what? How do I find cosine? Well, I'll leave it up to you, Erin. Tell me when, if you get stuck. Are you thinking, Erin, or you know what to do? Oh, just write it. Okay, are you trying to write it down? So, what is the? So, can I find the cosine? I have to use my cosine to alpha formula, which is cosine squared minus sine squared, right? So what is cosine equal to? What's cosine alpha? Exactly. So we have cosine alpha is equal to the square root of 39 over 8. So I just plug those values in now. That's all. You're good. So I have the square root of 39 over 8 squared minus sine is 5 over 8 squared. So that's equal to 39 minus 25 over 64. It doesn't matter because we're squaring it. It wouldn't really matter here. Okay? So that's how that goes. Good job, Arian. Thank you. Yeah, Griffin.
What was that formula called again? The cosine 2a equals cosine squared
Double
a minus
angle.
sine squared a?
This is a double angle formula because look, we're doubling the angle.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Uh-huh, sure. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to skip a couple of things here just for time because we have to get to everything. So how would I find the exact value of sine 22.5 cosine 22.5? And of course we're going to use the double angle. Which double angle am I going to use for this? Well, let's see. Caesar. Yeah, why the cosine? And I know that it makes weird things, so you didn't do anything wrong. I know it's not the face you wanted. So look at the double angle formulas. And the cosine is cosine squared sine squared, isn't it? Caesar? Sure. So if you look at, can you see the double angle identities? So if you look at it, the sine of 2u is 2 sine u cos u, and the cosine of 2u is cosine squared u minus sine squared u, right? But I don't see any sine squared or cosine squareds here. Do you? So that wouldn't be the right choice. Because if I say that the sine of 2u is equal to 2 sine u cos u, right? Isn't that much closer to what we have here? You see what I'm saying? So if that's the case, what would u be here? Exactly. So we would have the sine of 2 times 22.5 is equal to 2 sine u cosine u, right? So this would be the same as sine of 45 degrees is equal to 2 sine u, 2 sine of 22, sorry, 0.5 cosine of 22.5, right? So I'm really close to this. What's the other thing I have left to do? Well, look, doesn't this exactly match that? Okay, so what's the only thing that doesn't match? Right. Don't answer again, kitten. Okay, what do I do with that too? Well, it's already factored out. What else do I do? If I have y equals 2x and I want to solve for x, what do I do? And how do I do that? Yeah, I just divide both sides by 2, right? And now I have sine 22.5 cosine 22.5 equals sine 45 over 2. What's the sine of 45 degrees, Caesar? Good. So it's the square root of 2 over 2 over 2, which is equal to the square root of 2 over 4. And that's my final solution. Okay, good job. Did you get it? Did you get everything we did? All right, very good. Moving on.